Hello and welcome to 9design 3D. Today we will make fantasy sword modeling. Let's go to the tutorial. First we have to add a reference image. I downloaded these fantasy sword images from the Pixabay and I will use this. With the Shift A, I will add a reference sword. I cut it from the other reference image. I am scaling it and moving back. You can decrease your opacity from the right part and don't forget to check your selectable and uncheck it because we don't want to choose this when we are modeling. And now we will start it with the plane. With the Shift A, add your plane and after that rotate in X-axis and scale. Go to wireframe, that shortcut is Z. And after that, scale your plane. You can add extra loop cuts with Ctrl R and move your vertices in Tab to Edit mode and scale them. We will give a sword shape with this method. But before all of this, add an extra loop cut in here and delete left side vertices. Press X and delete vertices. And after that, in object mode, we will add mirror modifier. And don't forget to check clipping. As you see, it will look like that. Now, let's continue to modeling. Choosing your top vertices and you can E to extrude top and move your side vertices. We will give our reference sword shape in here with moving our vertices, adding some edges with the loop cuts, and after that you can add extra loop cuts if you want to give some round shape. Don't worry, it can be a bit flat, but we will add subdivision surface modifier later. After all of that, you can continue to modeling with this type of method. I will make speed these videos here, and if you want, you can slow down in the video settings. I'm making same thing. When I'm adding extra things, I will slow down the video. Now again, I'm continuing to adding extra loop cuts and moving my vertices in wireframe mode. For the tops, I am making same thing. And now, our sword's main body part will look like that. As you see, we will choose all with A and E to extrude in Y-axis. Add a loop cut middle of it and after that you can Alt S to scale. If it's glitching in when Alt scale, you can move in X-axis with the G. When you shade smooth, it can be a bit look weird, but don't worry, now we will add subdivision surface modifier. And our main body sword will look like that. For the top part of it, you can delete your vertices first. It can be a bit different when we scale it. And you can E to extrude down. We have mirror modifier in here. You can move your vertices. When you make scale, it can be wider in an X-axis. As you see, and you can move your vertices and the X-axis again. We will close this. For this, choose your side vertices. First scale in Y-axis and after that choose your two vertices and press M, merge at center them. You can move your vertices down and you can choose this middle extra loop cuts and S in Y-axis for make it your sword thinner. Our fantasy sword's main body part will look like that. Let's make this top part of the circular thing. First, you can Shift S cursor to select it for your vertices. Add a circle in the mesh and scale it. In Tab to Edit mode, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. And make same thing, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. Choose all of it and extrude in Y-axis. In the solid view, you can add a loop cut middle of it and you can scale it. we will give a bit round shape. Go to wireframe mode again and delete back part of your vertices. Ctrl A all transform, set origin to geometry, and after that add your mirror modifier in y-axis, and in tap to edit mode you can move your all vertices for make shaping tidy up. And choose inner part of it with Alt and E to extrude your vertices in y-axis. Shade smooth and auto smooth. For the middle part of it, glossy ball, I will add a bit glossy look. You can add UV sphere. For the outer part of it, you can add a circle again. And you can E to extrude and S to scale. Again, make same thing, E to extrude, right click and S to scale. Choose all of it with A and E to extrude in y-axis. You can add middle of it and loop cut with Ctrl R and shade smooth and auto smooth. Now we will add a subdivision surface modifier. For the top holder part, we will choose these faces and E to extrude in z-axis. But it's look a bit flat, we have to make it circular. When you edit mode, you choose your edge line, you can right click and loop to circle. For the top parts, you can delete your vertices in here and choose the edge line as Z in 0, scale in z-axis 0, and right click as you see loop to circle. Go to edit preferences and add-ons and type loop tools, mesh, and check it. After check it, you can click right click and loop to circle. You can give a circular shape for your holder part. Now we have to make a retopo in here because when you make F to fill, it will look glitchy and weird. F to fill and choose your vertices, choose your side vertices and continue to press F. First choose your 4 vertices and F to fill, and choose your 2 vertices, press F, F and F. You can add extra loop cut middle of it and give a shape for roundy. And our main body part will look like that. You can move your inner parts. Let's make this leaf parts in here. If you want, you can make a bit flat leaf shape. After that, you can paint it. But I will make this type of plain shape in here. I am adding extra loop cuts and scale them with the matching my reference image. And moving my vertices with scale, add extra loop cuts in horizontally. And after that, choose your side vertices and G to move in z-axis down. For the inner edge lines, inner vertices, you can make same thing. And now, select your middle with Alt and G to move in y-axis. And you can tidy up your shape like me, if you want. I will delete half of it too, and I will add a mirror modifier, because it makes it easier. Don't forget to check clipping. When you give shape, choose your edge lines with Shift and Alt. And after that, Ctrl B to bevel, E to extrude, right click and Alt S to scale. You can give this type of whole parts and shade smooth. Don't forget to check your auto smooth. In tap to edit mode, choose all of it with A and E to extrude in y-axis. And after that, choose middle part of your edge line and G to move in y-axis. And now our leaf is ready, but we will give a different shape in here. We want a bit roundy and natural shape. For this, open your proportional edit from the top. That shortcut is O. You can press O and open your proportional edit. You can move your some vertices with the middle mouse button, change your size and give a round shape. It will affect the side of the vertices too. You can give your natural shape for your leaves. Now for the side parts, Shift U to duplicate this leaf, and after that add a mirror modifier. For the mirror object, you can select our first leaf. And now we will continue to make simple and same things. Shift U to duplicate your leaves, and it will look like that. You can tidy up it with the proportional edit and scale and moving your vertices. For the little ball types of the species, you can add a circle in here and you can move them. I will add to the glass material them too. Select all your vertices and E to extrude in y-axis. You can scale front part, and after that F to fill and shade smooth. We will make it simple ball type in here. Now for the holder spot, if you want, you can add some extra species. You can Ctrl B to bevel, E to extrude, right click and Alt S to scale for this. How you want, that is your model. You don't have to make all of things with your reference image. You can add different features on here. For the side back parts, we are adding a plane, and again the same and simple method, Ctrl R to adding loop cuts. For the inner part of it, we are making same thing, Ctrl B to bevel, E to extrude, and after the adding subdivision surface modifier, you can need to extrude it. And now we will add modifier in here. If it's become too speedy, you can slow down your video settings. If you're confusing, you can write me on comments. Now I am shifting to duplicate my bottom leaves and moving them around the top part of the ball. With the proportional edit, you can always tidy up it. For the middle part of sword features, you can add a UV sphere and delete half of it. And you can scale it, moving with some vertices with the proportional edit. Ctrl B and E to extrude, right click and Alt S to scale. Don't forget to check your auto smooth. Don't forget to check auto smooth. Our sword will look like that. Let's add some material. I downloaded this metal material from the ambientcg.com as a 2K. I will use it. For the sword's main body part, go to Shading tab and Object. Before this, go to Edit Preferences, Add-ons and type Node Wrangler. We will use it for adding our materials textures. Press Ctrl-Shift-T and after that choose all of your textures in here. And in tab to edit mode, select all U and Smart UV projects. It can be a bit look glitchy and bad, but that's a cause a problem. You can apply your mirror modifier first, and after that, now you can use the Smart UV project and unwrap again, and it will tidy up. For the sides edge line with Alt, choose this and right click Mark Seam, and after that you can use to unwrap it. For the adding second material, you can press New Material button in here. And after that, I will add color ramp in here. For this, as you see, from the black node, I will choose a bit of bluish color. And for the white node, I'm making same thing. And you can use to unwrap your top part. I will give, with my downloaded texture, bluish silver metallic color. Now, for the extra, you can, with the plus button, add new material. And after that, assign your material on your faces. For the changing it, you can again press New Material button under the Material tab. You can make darker, giving some species for your swords. For the middle part of the ball, I will make it a bit classy look. I am getting some color from reference. You can decrease your roughness and increase one to your transmission. As you see, it will look really glassy and nice. Make same ball material for the top. For the leaves, which type you want, you can add something. First, I am adding my silver metal blue, and for the second part, I am choosing silver metal blue dark. And you can, in tap to edit mode, you can choose some faces in here. Assign your silver metal blue dark in here. As you see, give some species for your sword. If you want, you can add some emission or make shiny and lighty for your fantasy sword. That's your sword, how you want, you can model and you can materialize it. For the second part of the leaf materials, I'm pressing again the new material and I'm changing my second material color. I will make back leaves for the green. And if you want, you can add extra bright and contrast nodes for making darker or lighter. It will be easy too. I will make a detailed material and textures video, but don't worry, I will add it in here. And our fantasy sword basically will be shown like that. You can get some render and you can add some plain back of it or adding extra lights, but I'm leaving it like that. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later in new tutorials.